Welcome to the Divine Wisdom Podcast. I am RJ. Everything in my life seemed to be going according to plan. I was newly married, my husband covered most of the bills, and I handled just one each month. We had a toddler to care for, and I was adjusting, switching to the day shift, thinking about going back to school, trying to balance this new life. Then one day, a thought came to me, clear and heavy. My husband was going to lose his job. I told him, but he didn't believe it. Months passed and life kept moving until one morning I dropped my baby off at the babysitter's house. She opened the door with a black eye and told me she couldn't keep my child anymore because she hadn't been paid. I was shocked. When I asked my husband, he said work had just been slow. I was only making about $12,000 a year. I had a car payment. I had one semester left before earning my computer programming and analytics certificate. I was doing everything I could to hold us together. Then, one winter morning, while eating breakfast, my husband said words that changed everything. Hurry up and eat. We lost the apartment. Minutes later, a pickup truck pulled up. His uncle came to move our things. We were being evicted that same day. That's when he finally told me he had lost his job. We moved in with family, and I prayed. I asked God to help us. One day at work, I saw a coworker wearing a school uniform. She told me about a nursing program that needed students, and I had only 2 weeks to test. I took the exam. I didn't even know what I was stepping into. At orientation, they told me my scores were too high for a nursing assistant. I was placed directly into nursing. The class started the next week, and that's how I became a nurse. I realized something powerful. I never prayed before choosing the computer path, but God had already chosen a different one for me. What I learned is this: when God provides a ram in the bush, it's because his plan is better than the one we had in mind. Proverbs 16:9, KJV. A man's heart deviseth his way, but the Lord directeth his steps. This was perfect for the career redirection from computers to nursing. Jeremiah 29:11, KJV. For I know the thoughts that I think toward you, saith the Lord, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end. Speaks to hope during eviction, loss, and uncertainty. Romans 8:28 KJV. And we know that all things work together for good to them that love God, to them who are the called according to his purpose. Ties your entire testimony together. Loss became purpose. Isaiah 55:8-9 KJV. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, saith the Lord. This confirms that God's plan was higher than mine. Please join me next week for Divine Wisdom. In this podcast series, I will continue my discussion on what's going on in my life through my spiritual eyes. If this podcast has blessed you, please share, like, and subscribe. It really helps the show grow. And turn on notifications so you don't miss an episode.